Oh, 98 damage taken in one hit. Blimey. Germany's not messing around with these field cannons. Nationalism. And we're going to start coring our units up because core blimey. Germany does have some powerful units and they are pushing me back a little bit. Okayama, going to need significant combat strength to go and take it on. Luckily for me, reinforcements are on the way in the form of a very large frigate fleet that can travel about 7 million light years per turn. Look at that. Oh, hey. They're going to follow the shipping lines, come around through on a banana, and then we'll have naval supremacy either side of this combat zone. The barbs are annoying me now. Okay, where are these barbs even coming from? Over there. Noted barbarians that you want to play. Okay. You wait patiently whilst I devise a large navy to come and destroy you. City number 19. Again, very sorry, Ottomans. This land is not for you. It belongs to Interplanet Janet. We put Republican legacy in and liberalism. Between the two, we should see, yeah, most of our cities now hitting happy heights. Be happy, people. Be happy. And be touristically inclined as well. There's my first naturalist. With a little bit of purchasing of mountains, we've now got our first spots available. Oh no, my privateer got spotted and killed. It was only a matter of time. It basically stole, I would say, about 1,500 gold and faith. It was an absolute gigaboat. We will not see its like again, but that's okay. We'll just have to remember it forever. Oh, some routes have now opened up to the Ottomans as well. Excellent. Okie dokie. Just need a route with Mali, Venetia, and we'll renew our alliance with Japan. Yes, that's right. Back away, Mr. Settler. This is my land. My land, not yours. This field cannon is by far the most annoying of all of the enemy units, because this one specifically is able to shred my units, but I think we're able to just hold fire at the moment. Reinforcements are on the way. They're taking their time, but they're getting here. I don't like it when people have huge religious battles in my land. It's like, all you're going to do is spread around your own religion when you do this. Hey, I actually stopped a flood this time. At least it didn't do it with one turn left like last time. That was fun. Not. We kind of let this slip, but I'm going to get a new defensive force of inquisitors. Go and inquisit everywhere you can. The inquisitorial force of justice and love. Military science, done. Now ballistics, rifling, refining. Wait until I show up with battleships, Germany. Then you'll be sorry, possibly. They probably won't be sorry. They'll be like, oh, some weak units that are going to try and stop me. All right, we'll just blow these to bits. It's probably what's going to happen. They'll appear with U-boats. And we'll go, huh, my first national park. That'll put me above 200 tourism. And now we are absolutely gaining about the right amount of tourists to not let Germany get any further ahead. So you'll start to see that number crunching slowly down. When I say slowly, I do mean slowly. The frigates have arrived, as has the Great Admiral. There's a trebuchet here, which I disapprove of heavily. Let's get you out of here. No, 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 no. My walls are sanctified and beautiful. Don't need to put up with that. Blow these units to bits. Oh yeah, the defense of Red Mandrake. You can't get through here, Germany. Your superior weapons mean nothing here. This is Red Mandrake territory. Yeah, look, they're converting my cities. You, Ottomans, are out of line. No, no, this is the best. Okay, we've asked him, so he'll, like, hopefully take some Diplo penalties now, but that is naughty. That's a debater. Oh, that is naughty. Or is it? Yeah, no, it is a debater. And he's got intel on my movements. No, 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 no. What we need to do is flood the market with inquisitors now. Not letting them do this. Ada Lovelace, another district. Actually, that's really handy in this city. I was building some ironclads, but that can wait. Because what I need to do is find a really, really good spot for a water park. This is a very confusing range. The river, I don't think, is going to be it. That's 7 cities and it gives me adjacency. Yeah, all right, let's start there. Oh no, there's an entertainment complex in this city. Whoops. Okay, that was the wrong city to do that one in. Let's do it my capital instead. 8 cities on that tile. Absolutely done. Gonna be the finest water park you've ever seen. Unless, of course, you've ever opened your eyes and seen anything else, because they're probably better water parks. Now, if you find a debater and your apostles are looking rather weak, the best thing you can do is just totally surround your foe. Now we've got huge flanking bonus. It's probably going to just hit itself onto me a little bit. We've weakened it. I think next turn we should be able to kill that. Aha! You thought you could hide from me? No, no. No one hides from Ursa. Only my own adult commitments. They're the only things that can hide from me. Leventa. Oh, that's finally a faith city-state. We kind of needed those. So we did lose one apostle. That's not good. What is good, however, is that to do that, it left itself very, very weak, this apostle. So I'm hoping we'll be able to just come in and lay down Ursa reversal law. Bam, and reverse all the damage. There you go. What you gonna do, eh? It's another guru I can kill as well. Perfect. We are laying down the law, finally. Widget can trade with Mali. All right. What about Phoenicia? No one can trade with Phoenicia yet. Phoenicia are their own thing. They are an entity only to themselves. Coal. Always believe in your coal. Mali's trade route. Nice. Does it actually go all the way over the land? Oh, here it does. Through this land bridge. Oh, that's cute. Huge chunk of extra tourism, though. I like that. I mean, Germany, obviously being at war with them, does stop us from getting tourism, which does suck a little bit. But we're only 3 techs from refining. I don't want to just give up on this war yet. I think the best is yet to come. This is the aforementioned and fabled and wonderful City 20. So we did it by the end of the Renaissance era. Tilke, you have 2 marshes, coal, and access to the far-flung areas of our empire. So this is a really nice spot. Tiny bit of loyalty problem, but as soon as you get just a little bit of population, you should be absolutely fine. Second national park as well. Keep an eye out for more national parks. They're going to be difficult to build, but on the outskirts of our empire, we should have a few of them. Civ is such a strange game sometimes, isn't it? Germany at war with literally the world? Ooh, who would have thought? Diplomatically, this is the best position we've ever been in. Friends with everyone, but not with Germany, which means we're pretty much free to attack and raise German cities as we want. My first aquarium. Come on, make everyone happy. We just need a little bit of happiness everywhere, please. Just a smidge, just a tiny bit. We have 1 bombardment frigate, 1 line of battle frigate, fleet them up, and now we got both promotions. That's what we've been trying to do. The industrial era. No more monumentality. We have to choose something different, something new, something exciting. Given how many trade routes I've got, I think reform the coinage absolutely is the option. On 570 gold, nope, 700 gold. Yes, I think that was absolutely the right choice. Also starting to build some theatre squares now. Not many, just a few. Germany is only in a normal age, but already you can see Okayama has got some loyalty problems. We'll check back in here in a second. The first world circumnavigation. Wow, that's actually pretty impressive. I'd keep levying random units from city-states and getting them to explore because I can't bother to do it myself. Complicated map, this one. All right, you can see the defensive strength of my troops there. The Curacao way higher in tech than me, like way higher. It just bounced off my core. These are man-at-arms. With the defensive bonus, they're on 65 strength and they're fortified on a hill. Yeah, you back off. There's no way. There's no way. You don't get to walk away from this one. Ha 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 ha. And you're going to shoot my boat? I'll shoot you right back. I love it when you see a city on 4 amenities because it means when you build an aquarium, the chances are, yes, it's going to get to 5. It's exactly what you want to see. Now, we've still got 40 food coming into this city. Big food. Walls aren't going to give me housing, but I'm sure there's other stuff that would give me housing, like a neighborhood. We can get a +6 neighborhood. Oh, go on then, sure. Leventa gives me more faith, yes. Anyway, who broke my industrial zone? Which one was that? Oh, was that my +14? Yeah, that's unfortunate. Luckily, the actual industrial zone underneath didn't get pillaged, but that's not nice. I don't like that. How about we don't do that? Can't believe they broke my dam. How dare they? These barbs, these are the ones that keep coming into my land, into my river, and raiding everything. So, yeah, I've made a small fleet, and now we're going to wreck everything. Die you all. A new national park, and more spaces for books every turn. Yes, this is all going very well. Need to keep buying great works. It doesn't matter how expensive they are, we can afford them. It's probably worth it. Oh no, my ironclad fleet is being hit by barbarian quadriremes. What am I going to do? Oh yeah, that's right, just mercilessly destroy them. Jane Austen. Got any space for works of writing with Jane Austen? We do not at the moment, but no matter. I think we'll get those very soon. Often it can be easy to overlook the boosts when you're doing really well, but it's always worth keeping an eye on this sort of stuff. I need a third core, and suddenly we'll get the boost in mobilization. We'll be able to run that. We also need radio soon as well. I actually do want radio pretty soon. Finish off refining and then go flight. Oh, an embarked unit. Oh, hello. Thank you for arriving. Don't mind me whilst I level up all of my boats by attacking you relentlessly. A city-state that gives me culture based on the amount of great people I've earned. Why have we not found this so far? Oh Okay, right, that's a priority for me. Haha! Stopped another flood as well in my capital. Yeah, serves you right. How much oil did I get? Oh, look at this. No oil at all. Beautiful. Let's make another search just to be absolutely sure. Okay, Barb Island has some. There's some the other side of Germany. A bunch behind Congo. Some by Istanbul. Okay, right. We basically, apart from Barb Island, we have no oil. That's deeply disappointing. Mobilization boosted. That's a big old line inventory. Yes. You will cower at my beautiful army. Possibly. You might not. You might just choose to ignore it. But if you do, I'll be annoyed. Germany cranking the units out, and they're tough as well. It's almost like Germany has a really big industrial base. It's a big old Hansa on the river. Sorry, did I only get 400 gold? That is an atrocious aid request. Goodness me. I feel left out. I feel left out by that, I won't lie. Our university boost is where I get astrology from. We're not far from flight now. Force modernization. What's that? Multiple battleships? Is that what we wanted to see? Oh, well, go on then. I'll even treat myself to some ironclads whilst I'm at it. Now you want peace. Oh, Eastern battleships in the water, and Germany suddenly looking absolutely skeptical about their chances, but that's a good thing. Germany will probably pick up U-boats at some point. They'll be fine. No, in the meantime, we're going to start building up our forces here, making sure that our battleships now have good range. I want to attack this city, and oh look, I've got extra visibility as well. This is good. I had forgotten all about that. City number 21, Sanikush, and we now have a mine and some amazing adjacencies. Once again, should we just start on the industrial zone? A nice +8. Of course we should. Beautiful, beautiful. Where do you think you're going, Ottomans? This alliance can never end legally. And the shipping lane is being brought right over as well. My battleships, well, they're now into firing capacity. We've got an 87 strength strike and then a 97 strength strike. Oh yeah. Okay, damage is now beginning to stack up a little bit here. My first two archaeological museums are now finished. I thought these would be pretty easy in comparison to the others to actually get finished. Hopefully that'll prove to be correct. Before I make my own archaeologists, let's go and see if there are artifacts on the market. Not at the moment. Fine. We'll try and make some on the market. The thing I like about archaeological museums is once you get to like sort of 7 or 8 of them, they'll just be themed. It's too easy to theme them. I like it. Wow, we've picked up a lot of Diplo favor. I guess I just wasn't selling it. A for Holy Site. I mean, I really liked that one. I go for Theatre Square though. We can vote that through. And another trade deal with Cultural. Put 200 Diplo favor into it. I've got plenty. Oh, Major King Kong. Ugh, you just see that builder there? He had literally just been fixing all of this. Yeah, okay, so we've got 100% production towards Theatre Square buildings and stuff is just getting fixed. Amazing. Right, more Theatre Squares to more cities. That's what I say. Now Madol. Oh, that's a lot of extra culture as well. Wow, we just need as many envoys as possible. That should be fairly easy because we're getting a lot of holy sites finished now. That gives us more spaces for people like Beatrix Potter, the true MVP of any victory. Flight has also given tourism for all of my minsters. I think it's equal to their faith output. Yeah, it is. So 4 tourism. That's probably another 30% added to what we had. So yeah, let's keep going with that. We'll go radio now, electricity, and computers. Cranking that tourism up. Getting these archaeological museums finished. No one will be safe from my huge tourism. I need to put 5-year plan back into my government. This is the only problem about getting ideology. Now, nobody has gone to tier 3 government yet, so I don't think it makes sense for me to jump up to one because I'll just take a tourism hit with people. Instead, we're going to go professional sports for stadiums, estadios, ski resorts, aquatics, all of that fun stuff. Oh, and we've got archaeologists. Right, there should be plenty of stuff around the map. I just might have to go or find it. Have no fear, we'll dig it all out of the ground eventually. That's strange that you see this. Germany couldn't keep the loyalty of this city, but equally it's flipping back to them. I would expect eventually this loyalty to flip to me. I think probably next term the weighted loyalty will start to add up and send it to me. But yeah, weird that you see it work like that. Normally immediately springs to the other person. Another battleship arrives. We have so many of these and they are building promotions up now. In fact, next time we'll be able to slam in, liberate Caguana. It'll be another cultural city-state that I can have as my friend. So where does my spy go? I think we're going to go all the way over to Hamburg. It'll take a little bit of time to get there, but then it gives me a tiny bit more Diplo visibility and combat strength. Radio, broadcast centers, seaside resorts, aluminium. That is under a farm triangle I just put down, typical. And that is under a lumber mill I just put down. Equal equally typical. At least we've got some. Come here, city-state. Be free. Return. Reduce my grievances. Be friends with everyone. 6 envoys. Bate improvements. Yes, that's what you want to see. Germany shouldn't kill this city-state now, but we do need to get to Mexico and to Granada. I think we're going to have to probably invest in some planes. No matter, planes should be easy enough to get to now I've got my science going. Professional sport. I think our cities to this point have not been happy enough. So let's just get things like aquatic centres. Yes, another aquatic centre there. We'll get some stadiums in a second. Or now we can put hydroelectric dams in. I tell you what, if we get biosphere, these things are going to give huge tourism. I'm not even joking. Quite cheap as well. I like that. Ski resorts going down everywhere for happiness, building up the tourism a little bit more. We've got seaside resorts going down as well. There's a rainforest next to this one. That can't be particularly very good for it. Oh, we're being told off. Unfortunately for Gaul, I do not care. Apart from that, I'm a lovely ally. Apart from the fact that I'm just blatantly ignoring the fact that people don't want me digging up their artifacts, I'm the best. Only 15 tourism this card, but hey, just a tiny bit extra will help when computers kicks in. We're building up our tourism. Unfortunately, Germany is also building up their tourism. It would kind of make sense at this point, very much to actually make peace with them and then send trade routes. I mean, that's probably the more sensible thing. Will you give me your books? Yes, you will give me your books. What about artifacts? Oh, yes, you will give me your artifacts, kind of. Oh yeah, let's do this piece deal. This is amazing. Haha, and I can just theme this. Oh, I'm just a diplomat. I'm just an amazing diplomat. Open the borders and we'll get a trade route sent immediately. 1, 2, 3, 4, 2% culture for every great person I've had. That's another 220. And now we'll start working on Namadol. I intend to have obscene amounts of culture by the end of this game because I want to. Have a national park as well. Tourism, more tourism, 627 now. I think we're gaining something like 3 or 4 tourists per turn. Germany is gaining 2, so we're now starting to catch up. And that's going to make it easier if I can just then, yes, send a route to Berlin. Lovely. Straight now to Biosphere. If I am working these epic hydroelectric dams, we need to get involved in Biosphere as soon as we can. Okayama. I really did want to liberate it, but it's not giving me the option, so I guess, do we refuse it and then attack it? I'm going to refuse it and attack it. Honestly, my battleships were kind of just sitting around with nothing to do, so this is actually quite good combat practice for them. Every time I see a holy site, I think, yay, stuff. Starting to throw walls up as well now. Steel will eliminate them very soon, but if I can get any extra tourism, you know I will. It says 43 turns. I think that's probably about right, you know? But we're not far from environmentalism and social media. That will spike it even further. Broadway, 20% culture in the city, random 3 civic boost, and a little bit more culture. Just generally for the theatre square. I'm happy with how this is going so far. So this is a large bridge. Gives me housing, engineer points, merchant points, gold, and is that right? +1 trade route capacity? All right, let's just build one. Can like every city build one? I think every city can build one, you know? Okay, well, let's get as many of these done as we can. They're so cheap to build as well. Oh, this is great. We'll test this. At the end of this turn, we're going to have 20 trade routes. Okay, the graphics of the game went absolutely crazy for a second there and then spiraled around, but as you can see, we now have a bunch of bridges. I think possibly the mod was thinking that I was building the San Francisco Bridge, the Golden Gate Bridge for a second, right? And then it realized what was going on and went, no, it's not that. But yeah, look at that, 6 more trade routes. Well, all right then. I like the sound of 6 trade routes. I think that's brilliant. Just got our first musician, and now I'm going to use my faith to buy a second immediately because these things have tons of tourism, especially when I stick the satellite broadcast card in. Yes, look at all that tourism. Satellite broadcast. I think we're going to stay happy, right? Oh, not quite. Close though. Very close. Okayama. This time I invade it, which, yep, means I can liberate it. Haha. Japan's not going to be able to hold on to it, which means basically I can grind infinite Diplo favor by doing this over and over and over. An absolutely fair and balanced mechanic in the game. I would not worry about it at all. Just accept that that's probably what the game intended for us to do. Look at all these flood barriers there. I'm really, really pleased we're getting flood barriers up before the temperature has gone anywhere near being full. Apparently, Golden Gate Bridge actually does still exist in this. I would have thought the mod would have just replaced it, but it looks like it has. It's not in the build queue. Ottomans are no longer seeking a science victory. Really? Ottomans, you're doing so... okay, no, I'm winning and I have got like one campus up. Fair enough. It is really nice, I will admit, playing on regular difficulty mode after having played such a ridiculously high level of Civ for a few games. It means you can actually just play as you want, you know, using the tactics that you think are useful and good. Maracana, start building you now. As you can see, we've got great works of music being popped everywhere now as well. Each one is worth 12. 12 tourism. Absolutely lovely. Aha, another themed museum. Starting to pick up quite a few of these now. Brilliant. Social media is always a huge change in any government for a couple of reasons. Firstly, collective activism. Look at it. Oh, 5% culture per city-state I'm suzerain of. That's 540 extra culture per turn. And then online communities gives me 50% bonus tourism to anyone I've got a trade route with, which I believe is everyone apart from Phoenicia. So as you can see, we're now gaining 1 tourist exactly from 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 people with like a tiny bit in Phoenicia. So we're gaining about 3.5, 4 tourists per turn with Germany now. That'll help to squeeze them. Now, I always say 1,500 is about the sweet spot with tourism. That's where you kind of want to be aiming to get to. And we're not quite there yet. So we'll keep pushing it. We'll keep pushing it as long as we can. There are a lot more artifacts in the world to go and grab, like this sort of stuff. I'm sure no one minds me stealing their archaeological treasures. Not at all. Now up to environmentalism. You know, as I do a tour up the Great River, you really see how integrated with the map these things can get. This is something I'm really genuinely quite excited about with Civ 7. If we can get rivers really pulled into the dynamics of how cities truly work. I mean, this is an exceptionally long river, and I did obviously mess with the map settings a little bit to make sure we got at least one of these. But giving districts and buildings extra adjacencies, having specialist buildings that go on top of them, is this mod entirely balanced? I think plus 14 is probably a little bit too much. What I would suggest is that a large dam probably can be built once per river, and I would suggest that the Great River tile bonus, that plus 2, is probably something that should apply once per district rather than as many times as there are Great River tiles. Although I do like plus 14, don't get me wrong, I see that, I get happy. Imagine if we were playing Japan. Oh, that would have been even better. Imagine if I was playing Germany. There's so many things that could have just absolutely jumped in on that. I just had so many Theatre Square projects pop that last turn, and you can see how many extra great people were beginning to work now. This is awesome. I love it when you see the supporter names of the national parks. The Interplanet Janet National Park. Isn't it beautiful? Oh, more of that sort of stuff. Mushkin Mandel Tort has 2. Look at this. Beautiful. Even with a mine ruining the appeal of both of them. How important are these diamonds? The answer? Very, very important. Clearly. Oh, a clock. I just bought so many relics from the market. Hey, I was practically throwing them away. Unfortunately, there's a lot of ancient barbarian artifacts. These are everywhere. I need different things. That little shopping spree just gave me another 150 tourism with every single player. That's almost an extra tourist per turn. And there is environmentalism. 1,100 tourism now. And we're gaining a tourist and almost a half with most people. Germany switched governments. What's Germany switched to? Germany? Have we got to have a word? You're at war with everyone and you've switched to fascism? Never mind. I'm sure it's fine. Oh no. Frankincense Battlesword has been struggling with food all game, but I just finished a holy site and now it's going crazy. Look at you go. Oh yes, this is good stuff to see. Go on, give me a route with Phoenicia. No! Why are you so far away? Everyone's so far away. What are you going to dig up from this little shipwreck? Ah yes, a German boat. That kind of makes sense, doesn't it? We did a lot of sinking. I think one of my own boats was down there, but I'm like, nah, we don't need to remind ourselves with past failures. This sort of tourism victory is going to be entirely warped and changed to give me the sense that the Anglo-Saxons did nothing wrong and never had a single defeat in battle. That's how history works. That's sort of how a cultural victory works as well, isn't it? So collective activism is still there. I'm actually going to bounce through the tier 4 governments. Again, something I hate having to do. This government penalty would be too annoying on everyone. So we're going to bounce through it, get the 3 envoys. We are so close to getting Nan Madol. I'm pretty sure that of Germany's 300 culture, at least 100 per turn is coming through purely from that one city-state. I would be very surprised if I was wrong on that. Clever. Mali's just got tons of transport ships that are blocking my approach to the promised land. Let me at these antiquity sites, please. I need to take them home and put them in museums, otherwise my population won't talk to me. This is the second artist I've picked up, and I realize the problem with getting artists is that I don't think I've actually built a single art museum. I've just gone straight archaeological this game. What's going on? Do I even know what fine artwork is? No, I've got no... Actually, look, there you go. I can make a couple. They're always good to build later. I just think when it comes to culture victories, it doesn't matter which one you go for. As long as you just really go hard on one or the other, it works out. It's when you don't go hard. Like, you've only got like 2 art museums and 2 archaeological museums, you're not really going to get anywhere. You just need to go crazy. You need to go, hey, what am I doing? Digging up statues and random body parts? That's my gig. That's what I want to do. Hang on, I've got 21 cities. Which one city is refusing to be happy? I know 5 of them are refusing to be happy now. Goodness me. What part of stadiums do you not like? My empire's great. Ugh, I knew I should have liberated Mexico City. Never mind. Right, Germany, I'm sorry to say, your time with Nan Madol is now over. We'll have to watch Germany's culture. Germany's culture is currently on 325. Do you see mine jump up to 2,700? Yeah, that's pretty good. Let's see if this works out. Oh, 325 went to 219. We have just crippled Germany's culture by 1/3. Now, if that adds up right in my head, yeah, look at this. They're now only gaining 2 tourists per turn, and I'm stealing 1 and a bit of them. So they're only going up by like 0.6, 0.7 per turn, and I'm now stealing in excess of 10. So we're gaining about 9 on them. Oh yeah, here we go. That was, I think, the straw that broke the camel's back, which I always think is a really cruel phrase. I don't like to think of camels breaking their backs. Why are we talking about camels breaking backs? Why can't it instead be something a little bit more fun, like the crisp that made Ryan's stomach explode? Like, you know, something just smiley and happy. Yes, before you ask, I do envisage a scenario or world where I explode due to crisp exposure is a good thing. Yes, I am completely and utterly normal. Now, can we just go straight into building biosphere? We can. 13 turns. Amazing. Alvar is not who we need right now, but Shah would be. So can we roll Shah around? Yes, we can. Right, we need a few more industrial zone logistics. Let's just switch over some of these cities now. So once they're done with their current projects, they'll switch over and we'll work biosphere, because biosphere I think is going to kick my tourism with Cardiff, don't forget, which does apply to biosphere. I reckon we can kick that to about 2,000 per turn. Exodus imperative. What does Exodus imperative actually mean? You know what? I see that all the time and I genuinely have no idea what that phrase means. It just is talking about the exodus from the planet. Oh, I see. So anything that goes into space and people are leaving the planet. Right. The idea that if we don't move off the planet, we may risk extinction. Oh my goodness. It's like watching Interstellar all over again, and I can't be bothered to do that. I'm being sarky. I actually did quite like that film. It was chaotic, but it was quite fun. Just realized we can speed the process along by doing what I normally do. Selling every single thing in my empire that's not nailed to the floor. Ah, yes. The Earth's away. I need to download the mod at some time that just puts strategic resources on all. Like, that button would be very, very handy right now, rather than having to sort of flick through each of these menus. This is all the sort of thing I do off camera. Do I even want to sell my Diplo favor? I've got 1,000 of it. Oh, even Congo can't afford to buy it all. This is such a resource, my lord. Right, there you go. There's Shah. So next turn, we should be able to use him and it'll all be great. Alvar, well, let's use you in a city that has a lot of national parks. So if I've done this calculation properly, right, most cities with Cardiff are gaining at least 6 power. And then we've got another 9 power coming in if that city also has a great river dam. So that could be up to 15, which is going to be tripled by biosphere into 45 and then turned into tourism. I could just see this becoming quite silly. And if there's anything we love on this channel, it's quite silly. I just want to test this. I really do just want to test this. So I've just sold all my gold per turn for a bunch of gold so I can rush this through. Let's now go from 1,156 tourism per turn, and then I'll build a giant bubble from which all of my natural power will forever be produced, consumed, and observed. And hey, presto. Actually, it also means that the rainforest and marsh in my empire is really good as well. I mean, I can make a bunch more national parks. Well, bam, 1,782. Wow, that was not the jump I was expecting. It's still pretty insane, and Germany's now hit the point where they are not gaining any tourists. They're gaining 2 per turn, and I'm stealing 2 per turn. Oh, brutal. That's absolutely brutal. I'm here for it. How bad is global warming? Global warming's pretty bad. No, we will save you. Carbon recapture for the win. I will have an eternal river paradise, and it'll be beautiful. And it's not just to bribe the world into thinking that I'm the best person ever. No, no, no. This is for the world's benefit, I promise you. Oh, and now the game is giving me Sarah Breedlove for another 25% tourism. Oh, it's like it wants me to win. It's like it's saying, hey, Ursa, I want to be culturally dominated. Please let this happen. Now we're happy. There's nothing the world can do. So we're on 190 over 233. The single turn goes past, and now we're on 203 over 233. Yep, you see? Germany's not gaining anything anymore, and they've just had to gain another 50 culture to try to. How have you done that? What are you doing? I genuinely think, just theatre squares are being spammed now. Yeah, look at all these. Is that because of the World Congress? I guess it is. I guess this is actually forcing the AI to build more theatre squares because it can see that discount, and they're going, oh yeah, give me some. Like every Civ has them at the moment. I've never seen such a vast amount of writer, artist, and musician points being claimed compared to, say, engineers. Look, it's just 3 people going for engineers. It's such a strange game. The modern era. Oh, there was a part of me that really wanted to see if we could win a cultural victory in the industrial era. It's gonna have me out by 1 turn. Cruel. I guess the game doesn't want me to have fun. I mean, that's totally not true. People are now rejecting alliances. Do you think the game realizes I'm about to win? What's giving them that impression? Dear oh dear. Reform the coinage. When you've got 26 international trade routes, that'll be nice. Look at that science tree. Wow, I don't think I've seen 6 lined up in a straight line like that before. That's mad. How many different feeder techs are there? 3 of them are on nanotech. All right, well, we'll discover what's there. Okay, I can't help myself. I've got to put 5-year plan back into my government. The production of these cities is just not good enough. Oh, actually, I tell you what I could do. Should I just change government? I mean, I've practically won already. Let's just change government. Let's go democracy, just for some crazy trade routes for a second. Although, I say that, I'm clearly going to win next turn. I don't know what's going on over here at all, but that's 11 gold on a camp. Is that something that the Great Rivers mod does? I mean, there's so much to this mod that I just don't think I've actually taken in at the moment. What's going on with gold on camps? Plus 2 gold from each adjacent Great River tile in irrigation, and then another 2 from steam power. Oh, wow. Are we going to do a voting thing, are we? Turtles. Yes, let's eat turtles. Everyone wants turtle stew. We're going to ban coal power because I've got all I need now. That's how I vote. Because of all of my carbon recapture, I'm also winning this one. I love late game Civ. I don't know who wouldn't like late game Civ. It's just like, how about we win everything? No to incense. Well, okay, I didn't win everything, but I won enough, and that's what's important. I don't remember the last time I went democratic and didn't need to put New Deal into my government, but I absolutely do not need to put New Deal into my government. I say that. One of my cities is refusing to be happy. How dare you? Who is that? Show yourself to me. Major King Kong. What's going on over here, Major King Kong? Come on. Do you want some pearls? Well, yeah. Okay, that helps. Yeah, okay, we're good now. We're good now. I wouldn't want to end the game and not have everyone happy. The reason, by the way, I wanted to change up my government is I wanted to see how crazy the production and growth on I'm Sure It Will Be Fine would be. It was pretty good. 226 production. That's not bad, considering we didn't have Kilwa boosting that at all. And thus, ladies and gentlemen, we find ourselves with a little bit of a sneak peek as to how Navigable Rivers could work in Civ 7, as well as how amazing the Anglo-Saxons are. Probably, I would say, exploration era, depending on when the game chooses to start that. Or maybe, does it work as ancient? I don't think so. Who really knows? Marcus Aurelius, buildings constructed. I actually did very little domination, so this is all me. Big numbers. Cities captured, 2. One of them was liberated. That's fine. Cities founded, a lot. Cities lost, none. Districts constructed, you've heard me say it before. This is how you beat the AI. Build lots of districts. Great people earned. You're always going to win that if you go cultural because there's 3 times as many great people. Culture? Ooh, I think I might have ruined that graph a little bit. The thief graph is fine. Science actually took the lead at turn 115. Very low science game. Score, again, took the lead about turn 120. Religions founded. Good. If the game had stolen Feed the World from me, I would have been mega grumps. Units killed. Ignore me. I seem to have killed a lot of people at the end of that game. Units lost. No, who was that? Japan lost less than me. Do I truly win the game if I can't say I lost the least units? I don't know. Wonders constructed. We did pretty good on that one as well. I hate going democratic when you're trying to win a tourism overview. People say, oh, it's only 20% or only 40%. It's better to have the cards in your government because your empire does generally better. No, it's so not true. Look, 40% penalty now with everybody. I assume they've all gone for the naughty government. Yeah, pretty much these 3 have. That's taking so much tourism. Probably like a tourist and a half, maybe 2 tourists per turn. And if you're trying to catch up with someone, that's the sort of difference that can add or take off 25, 30 turns to a culture victory. It makes a huge difference. You cannot afford to do that. If you need a bigger government, you have to make sure you build the wonders. Do it that way, or play someone with a bigger government. 244. Yeah, we probably lost about 4 tourists per turn by switching government, but it was worth it because now we have a mega chunk city. Remember, if you want to play this game, I've got the save file in Discord for you, and I've got a full list of all of the mods. I keep both the user interface mods in a separate list and the gameplay mods that you'll need to play this game. It's all on Discord. Come and have a look. This has been Navigable Rivers, the Great Rivers mod, and the Anglo-Saxons. I massively enjoyed it. I think these mods are going to be high up your list of ones you've got to try. Until next time, I'll see you all later. Goodbye. And check out all of my bridges. There's so many bridges. And finally, a very special shout out goes to Glorious Petra, Matthew Wilkinson, Paul Coffey, Portland, Clint Hennis, The Nickerman, Daddy Bear Todd, Toon General, Civilized, Kappa Yobby Virani, The Uncivil Engineer, Lillian, Scott Stratton, Major King Kong, Skeptical Bear, Cinnamon Beard, Radiatore, Private Selection, Genoa Salami, Callum Billy, Garrett Gowan, El Truant, Creston, RB Hedged, Mushkin Mandletort, Burial, I'm Daft, Gooberman, Dr. Bobby, Mixomatosis, MTG Golfman, Indigenous 68, Technology Poet, Teddy Zersa, Zaf, Barnaby Rex, Charlie Bears, Flying Dutch Burbs, Nate the Great, Alex Frost, Mean Penguin, Interplanet Janet, Frankincense Battlezord, Bookaluke 79, Bob Loblaw, Davalex, Geography Teacher, Juvara, Hal Carnassus, Morax, Sinikush, Echo Bear, Deja Fu, Kovuwu, Legally Trash, Is This Live, Twin Cam Inferno, Martin S, Minnow, Sorta Dutch, Rad Bickley, Shadow of Gaia. Thank you everyone for your support. Goodbye!